Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. I'm a YouTuber based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. How are we all doing today? So as you can see from the title, I want to talk about my pregnancy and delivery journey. If you don't already know, I have a baby girl. Her name is Nora. She's a year and 2 months old, and today I want to share with you guys my pregnancy journey, the whole delivery process, and how baby girl came to be. So if it's something you're interested in, please stay tuned and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you. I got married May 2017, and even though initially I was low-key, I'm not going to start trying to get pregnant immediately, I'm just going to enjoy being married for a while. But as humans now, the pressure started coming, some self-imposed pressure, and the need to become a parent, came in, and we started trying. We tried for a few months. It didn't happen immediately. It got us all worried, got us all worked up. Apart from the fact that I had to deal with really annoying, nosy people. But to the glory of God, eventually I took in May 2018. But I found out I was pregnant June 2018, and the journey started. Now, I've heard so many stories about how pregnancy is and everything you go through, or the throwing up. I mean, even Nigerian movie has put it in your head that pregnancy comes with vomiting. Like, it's almost impossible for you to be pregnant. In short, you will vomit before you even know that you're pregnant. Like, the first thing that will tell you that you're pregnant is that you're throwing up. So I expected all of that. But the first few days, the first 2 weeks precisely, nothing happened. And, I was beginning to get really excited that, oh, this is going to be a really smooth journey. It's like, I'm not going to go through everything people go through, or what even my mom went through. So I was getting super excited. But the day it clocked 2 weeks, I was 6 weeks, like from when I got home, I started spitting saliva. From spitting saliva, before you knew it, I started feeling bloated, I started throwing up. Before the weekend was over, I started having breakouts on my face, on my chest, my back, everything you can think of. Like, all the symptoms of pregnancy in the book rushed in all at once. And through that, now a few people now started knowing that I was pregnant. I mean, I was spitting saliva, my face was a mess and all that. So, but yeah, that's how the struggle of first trimester started for me. And I don't even like to call it morning sickness, because I actually feel better in the morning. The only thing I do all day is spit saliva and feel exhausted. But it was mostly in the evening I feel bloated, I throw up, and every other thing in between. So, but my first 3 months, as the first trimester, was the toughest for me. I went through everything you can think of, like all the symptoms you can think of. It was really hard. And, it's more difficult because you're not really showing. So people will not everyone will know you're pregnant, but you're sick. Do you understand? So it wasn't that much fun. And my face was a mess. I think that was the most... No, I think it's the spitting saliva that was the most difficult part, not even the breakouts. After a while, I didn't even care about the breakouts again. I didn't care how ugly I looked. I was excited I was pregnant, so I couldn't really complain about everything. But the spitting of saliva was upsetting me. Like, it was irritating me. I'll say every 30 seconds, I'll have saliva to spit. So I use bitter cola. Sometimes the bitter cola will stop working, I have to switch to gum. After a while, the gum will stop working, I have to go back to bitter cola. But those are the two things that I kept using that helped me. And unfortunately, I was spitting the entire pregnancy. In short, I was spitting till the day after she was born. Yeah, that's how messed up it was. But yeah, like I said, first trimester was the toughest for me, and I was now looking forward to second trimester, because a lot of people told me, oh, don't worry, you feel better, you stop this once you enter second trimester. In short, they said everything will stop by the time I enter second trimester. Even though my mom told me in her own case, the throwing up extends to second trimester. Before I say semester, second trimester. But I was really looking forward. And by the way, when I was in my first trimester, because of how messy things were for me, how messed up my face and my back and everywhere was, because of how sick I was, everyone told me I was going to have a boy. Yeah. But by the way, why do people try to guess what you're having? Why can't people just be happy with you, rejoice with you, and wait till your child is born and celebrate whatever gender it is? Why do people do that? Like, I've never done that, and I don't think I'll ever do that. Yes, I wish people the gender that they want, but I don't come and tell you this is what you're having for you to be like, this is what you're having. But that's what happened to me. Like, everyone told me, oh, it's when you're pregnant for a boy that you have such a difficult time being pregnant, so you're definitely pregnant with a boy. And even though the opinions annoyed me, I low-key wished it would be a boy because I wanted a boy. So I low-key wished that they were right. But my dear, by the time I entered second trimester, my face cleared. I stopped throwing up. I didn't stop throwing up immediately, but eventually I stopped throwing up. My skin started to glow. I started to look really pretty. Like, if I can say so myself, I was a beautiful pregnant lady in my second trimester, and the story changed. Oh, well, mostly by different people anyway. Oh, pregnancy suits you. That means you're having a girl. You're so beautiful being pregnant. You're definitely having a girl. Oh, this is what my wife was like when she was having a girl. This is how I felt when I was having a girl. So you're definitely having a girl, blah, 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 and all that. And once again, it started to irritate me. Because, some of you said boy. Now you people are saying girl. Can you all just stay out of my uterus and wait for this baby to decide whatever gender it will be on its own? As in, it was really frustrating. But yeah, second trimester was my best for me. I had a boost in energy. I was stronger. I could go back to doing a lot of things I wasn't doing in my first trimester. I could clean again, cook again. I took trips like 3 times in my second trimester. I just had that small cute little bump. I was really having fun. I was still going out on dates and having fun. Then came third trimester. Third trimester came with one special wave of cravings. I won't even call it cravings. Cravings when you're craving, when pregnant people say, oh, I craved this. Like, they can point to one particular thing that they craved. So I don't think I should call myself my own craving. I think I'll just call it ojukokoro. Yeah, point blank long throat, because I wanted everything. Once you talk about a particular meal, I want to eat it. Once I see a particular meal on TV, I want to eat it. Once I perceive a particular meal, I want to eat it. Whatever it is, I don't care. From soup to stew to ice cream to pizza to everything, name it, I wanted and I went for it. So it was in my third trimester I gained a lot of weight. I think I even gained up to 10 kg just third trimester alone. Like, I got really big. My tummy became big. Towards the end, I was now frustrated. I was tired of being pregnant. My leg was swollen. My nose, my face, everything that happens third trimester, obviously. But my own was a shock to me because second trimester, I was so fit and looking all, I could still wear my clothes. Like, only, I changed kind of jean I was wearing so I don't have to squeeze my tummy. But I could still wear most of my tops. Then third trimester came and I started wearing size 12. I mean, before pregnancy, I was size 6. All of a sudden, I'm wearing size 12. So, yeah, third trimester was when I became a big whale. Third trimester wasn't as much fun as second trimester was, but if I'm being honest, wasn't as tough as first trimester. When I was giving my EDD as February 18th, I was praying, God, please let this child come before February 18th. I cannot do this. Yes, you can wait till we enter February, but you have to come before February 18th. I cannot be carrying this heavy thing in front of me, dragging this thing along every time till February 18th. You just have to come out. That was my prayer. But my daughter said, Mommy, I'm going to come out whenever I am ready to come out. I even, at some point, I think a week to my EDD, I intensified my workouts. Not when I say workouts, not like I was carrying anything. I was just taking long walks, but I increased the distance just so to induce labor. At least that's what I was told, but nothing happened. I would go distances that now that I'm not pregnant, I'm not breastfeeding, nothing is happening, I will not go the distance. That's how far I was going. That's how desperate I was to induce labor. But nothing will happen. She will just kick. So that EDD, I was really frustrated, and I aired myself to the doctor, and he examined me and said, well, because that EDD was on a Monday, so he was like, before the end of the week, she'll come out. So that was some kind of relief. So I was waiting. That day was Monday. Monday passed, nothing happened. Tuesday, still my normal exercise. I was still eating like a mad woman. Everything. Tuesday passed, nothing happened. Wednesday, nothing. Even my mom was getting anxious. My brother was getting anxious. Everyone, like, come on, what's happening now? We've been waiting for this madam since. Why is she taking so long and all that? My husband was relaxed. Like, I think a part of him even wanted the whole, because that month was election in Nigeria. So I think a part of him wanted, the whole election thing to pass and let the place be more sane. So he was the only one I know that was not in a hurry to meet his daughter. Every other person, my mom, myself, my brothers, my sisters, my brother, my sister-in-law, my friends, everybody just wanted her to come out. Like, but nothing. Now, like I said, Monday 18th was my EDD. As of Wednesday evening, after our walk, came back home, my mom was cooking something in the kitchen. And I was watching a movie, The Resident. I don't know if you guys know it. I was watching The Resident, and I started to feel, like I was sitting on water. Let me put it like that. I didn't feel it come out of me. I just suddenly felt like around me was wet. So I decided to go and check, and I called my mom. By the way, my mom is a retired midwife. She retired, I think 2018, if I'm not mistaken, after 35 years of service. So she's a pro in these kind of things. So she checked me out and told me I think that's the one they call show. Sorry guys, I've started forgetting some of the terms. But, she checked me out and told me, okay, that it hasn't gotten to the stage where we need to start running to the hospital now. I should just watch myself and keep her updated. Nothing at all. I woke up the next day, which was on Thursday, and even went out to look for Akara. I didn't see my normal place. I went around the area, my streets, looking for Akara. There was nothing. No push, no urge, nothing. Came back home frustrated because I did not see Akara. Then I can't even remember what I later ate that morning. But by the time I came back, my mom was awake and said I should go to the hospital, since it's been over 12 hours since, that thing happened and nothing yet. I should just go. Let it be that it's the doctor himself that will tell me, okay, there's no cause for alarm, still go back home and come when you're in actual labor. So I went back to the hospital. So I said I went back. I went to the hospital. Doctor checked us. That was about 9-10 a.m. ish. The doctor checked me and said I can't go back home. And funny thing is, I didn't go to the hospital with my bag, because I was so aware about how labor is that I knew I wasn't in labor. Even though my mom said I should go to the hospital, I was sure I would come back home. Like the whole, how you see in American movies where water would just start pouring. My water has not broken, in my opinion. Nothing had started. I was not feeling anything. Baby girl was just there kicking like normal. So I was very sure I wasn't delivering that day. So I didn't go with my bag. But the doctor said I'm not going back home. That they'll have to admit me and just monitor me, because it's going to start anytime soon. Then we stay waiting for something to start. I called my mom to get ready that my husband will come for her soon. But he still stayed with me while we're waiting for something to start. He stayed with me till about 12:01-ish. I can't really remember time. I wish I documented all these things. Like, if I knew I was going to start a YouTube channel, I swear I would have videoed all these things. And even for record's sake, I would have. But at that point in time, my mind wasn't there. And my husband wasn't thinking about it. My mom did not care. If my sisters were around, they would have done that. But I didn't want anyone to start worrying, since nothing had started. I didn't want. So I told my mom and my husband not to tell anybody, not to tell my sisters or his own sister. So, it was just between the three of us. So I think around 12 or 1 thereabouts, when nothing had started, they came to try and induce me. I'm saying try because it didn't work, but yeah, they inserted a tablet or two down there to, speed things up. And I was told that the contractions will soon start and I should start timing them, and all that. Then that was when my husband finally left the hospital to go and get my mom. Contraction, the first one came. It was like menstrual cramps, which I'm used to. I've been having menstrual pain since I was 13 when I started seeing my period. So, it wasn't that painful, yes, but it wasn't what I've been told labor will be like. But yeah, I still, kept it, okay, it has happened. Then it took about another 40 minutes or 45 minutes or so before another one happened. But it was just light. It was just like menstrual pain. It wasn't anything serious. I was still pressing my phone. I was still chatting with people. It wasn't anything serious. The nurses would come, check me, check the baby's heart, But they were surprised that nothing was happening. Like, why isn't anything happening? Even with the drug we inserted, nothing was happening. My mom finally came at about, I think, 4 p.m. or so. And at the same time, the doctor also came in and said, since nothing is happening, we have to give you something stronger. And by this time, something stronger was in liquid. I can't really remember if it was injection, like if it was given to me from my butt, or if it was from a vein on my hand. I can't really remember. But I know I was not given something stronger. Guys, I was not ready for what was about to hit me. Like, because of how relaxed I've been all day, because of how easy everything has been, I was beginning to think, okay, maybe this is what it will feel like. After all, I read supernatural childbirth, so maybe I'm not going to have labor pain. Maybe the baby will just come out whenever she's ready and all that. But oh boy. I think 20 minutes after I was giving that injection, about 20 minutes or so, the first one hits me. Guys, if you've never gone through labor, do not believe anything that I'm saying, because when you eventually go through it, it's not going to feel like whatever I'm explaining, because that is how it felt for me. Like, everything I have read, heard, seen did not come close to how I felt. Oh my God, it was so crazy. I felt like I was losing my mind. I know what was frustrating the most. You know how you've been told, okay, you're going to time it. When it starts, it might be 40 minutes apart, then it will become 20 minutes apart, 15 minutes apart, 5 minutes apart, like that. So when it happened, and when the first one happened and the contraction calmed down, I tried to take a breath and relax. Oh, okay. The main work has started. The second one came so quick. I have not yet recovered from the first one when the second one hit me. And that's when I knew that the work had started, like no turning back anymore. And guys, that is how I kept having contractions every 5 minutes. Sometimes it would have mercy on me and give me like 7 minutes, but sometimes every 5 minutes, sometimes every 4 minutes. And my doctor was like, don't worry, it will be over soon in a couple of hours. I thought maybe by 7 p.m. Between 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. it will be over. I was going through all of that for every 5 minutes till 11 p.m. 11:30. Madam was not ready to come out. They'll check 2 centimeters. They'll check again 4 centimeters later. They check again 5 centimeters. That's how I was climbing bit by bit. And I think aside from the pain, something else that was really getting to me was when they come and they'll try and assess me, check the baby. They'll tell me to lie down. I was irritated by all of that. I was irritated by the times my husband would try and rub my back. Everything was just irritating me. Like, the pain was something else. Like, and funny enough, I couldn't cry. It was too painful for me to cry. It was too painful for me to shout, but it was really painful. Like, it was nothing like anyone had explained. I don't think pain is even the right word. It wasn't pain, it was hell. But anyway, my husband was with me throughout the whole process. He was by my left hand side. By the time I got to the delivery room, he was holding my hand or my leg. I don't even know which part he was holding. But it was finally time to push. And I have seen videos, if push felt like you push like you want to poo. So when the doctor said push, after they've cut me and everything, they were ready for me. I was having a big baby and all that. So they were ready for me and they told me push. When I pushed, used all my energy, I pushed with my eyes closed. I opened my eyes. My doctor was looking at me like, what did you just do? I said, I pushed. He said, that is not how you push. Now had to teach me how you're supposed to push. So the second time I did it well. I said, okay, you're almost there, you're almost there, you're almost there. Third time, as in, you push when you're having contraction, which is deadly, because I need energy to bear the contraction pain, and you're now telling me to push when I'm having contraction. But apparently that's how it works. So we wait on contraction, and at that point in time, contraction was almost every 2 minutes or 1 minute. So it's not like we were waiting and chilling for so long. Before another contraction will come, I'll push, and that's how, it kept happening. I think I pushed 4 times correctly before, she finally came out, and I was relieved. And I could see my tummy, that huge thing, just go down. After her, then placenta. It doesn't end with her now. Placenta is another one. But I think because of how big she was and how much cut they had to give me, the placenta coming out wasn't that much of a big deal, even though the placenta itself was big. Like, I heard, when I didn't look at it, but the nurses the next day told me my placenta was big. I had a big baby, so that placenta had to be the same size. But I hear people talk about how they struggle to deliver the placenta, but for me, I didn't feel anything. The placenta just came out and all that. So yeah, that was it. And it took another 1 hour for me to get stitched back. Yeah, so that will tell you how far down the cut was. It took about another 1 hour for me to be stitched back. My husband left like after she was carried out to be cleaned and all that. So that was how my baby girl was born. After I was stitched back, she was already in the room with my mom. Then I could hear her cry. The girl started crying really early, which is a good thing actually, but she cried till the next day. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Nora cried from the time she was born till the next morning. I gave birth to her at exactly 11:40, and this girl cried till daybreak the next morning. Yeah. So by the time they finally cleaned me up and everything, I went back to my room, and that was the first time I carried her. I used to carry her when I just gave birth to her. I was not in the mood, and thank God they did not really off herself. Even when they cleaned her up to an extent and brought her clothes, I just no. That was when my husband now followed them out. So when I got to the room, my mom handed her over to me, and guys, that was when the emotions hit. Like, she was crying. I couldn't hold it anymore. It's not like I was holding it before. I just didn't feel like crying. It was that time that I now started crying like a baby. I was crying, and all I could say was, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. And there and there, it hit me. I could see the resemblance. She looked so much like my husband, and I think in a weird way that even made me love her more. I know, yes, subsequently I now started complaining about why she looked so much like my husband after I did all the work. And she's a lot. She is a lot. She is strong-willed. She likes to have her way, which I'm sure every toddler likes to have their way, but I don't know, I feel like her own is on another level. But she's still the most important person in my life, and I'm praying really hard that everyone that wants to experience this gets to experience it. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe and share this video with as many people as you want to share with, and also like. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and see you next time. Bye bye.